The movie begins with Iris in a supermarket. There, she sees a man named Josh and falls in love with him at first sight. Some days later, Josh escorts Iris to a lake house located in an isolated area so she can meet his friends. Josh introduces Iris to his friends, Kat, the couple Patrick and Eli, and Kat's boyfriend, Sergey. Sergey is a gangster, and he is very wealthy and also very hedonistic. This lake house also belongs to him. Later, they all turn on music and start dancing and drinking. Iris asks Kat about Sergey. Kat tells her that Sergey is married, and she is just a plaything for him to use whenever he wants. The next morning, Iris suggests to Josh that they go for a hike, but he replies that he is too tired and suggests she go by herself. As Iris is leaving for her hike, Sergey makes her sit down with him and has her rub oil on his back. He then tries to sexually assault her, even though she repeatedly tells him to stop. When he doesn't stop, Iris picks up a bottle and smashes it in his face, causing him to fall unconscious with his head hitting a stone. A little while later, he regains consciousness and starts strangling Iris, at which point Iris pulls out a knife from her pocket and stabs him in the neck, killing him. Then, in a panic, she quickly runs to Josh and tells him that Sergey was sexually assaulting her, so she stabbed him in the neck and killed him. Meanwhile, Josh tells her, "Go to sleep," and she shut down, and both her eyes also turn white. When she wakes up, she finds herself tied to a chair, and Josh is in front of her. Josh tells Iris, "You are not human. You are a companion robot. I have rented you from Empathic's company, and your emotions and intelligence are controlled through an app on my phone." Hearing this, Iris is stunned and says to him, "You are lying. We both met in the supermarket, and we fell in love." Josh tells her, "In reality, we never met in the supermarket. It was part of your programming called Love Link." Iris says to Josh, "I am not real, but I love you very much. We will leave from here and go to our home. I will take very good care of you, and I will give you so much love, and I will do everything for you." But he says no to her. Just then, Kat arrives and says to Josh, "You still haven't shut it?" Iris manages to reach the knife by using the chair. Knocking the chair over, she picks up the knife and cuts the rope. When Josh comes to reset Iris, Iris punches him in the neck and, grabbing his phone, runs away from there. Iris goes to a woods nearby and sets her intelligence level to 100% using Josh's phone. On the other side, Kat and Josh tell Eli that they intentionally increased Iris's aggression and self-defense functions and also turned off the program that prevented her from harming anyone so that she could kill Sergey and they could steal his $10 million. Josh also tells Eli, "I was going to reset her, but she ran away. Now, if Empathix finds her before we do, we could all be in trouble." Josh and Kat also show him Sergey's $10 million and say to him, "If you help us, we will split these $10 million amongst the three of us." Eli asks them, "Why are we splitting the 10 million three ways? Have you forgotten about Patrick? He's in on this too." But they tell him, "He's not human, he's also a robot, just like Iris." They say to Eli, "We will give you 4 million. You just help us," and he agrees. They all enter the woods and split into two groups to find Iris. Iris sees Patrick and Eli coming in front, and she hides behind a tree. Eli tells Patrick how Josh changed Iris's program and got Sergey killed by Iris for $10 million, and Iris overhears all of this. Meanwhile, Josh's phone starts ringing, and Eli and Patrick realize that Iris is behind the tree. Iris quickly starts running from there. Eli shoots at her, but it misses. Then he clings to Iris, at which point Iris picks up his gun and shoots him dead. She says sorry to Patrick and runs away from there. Iris quickly comes to the lake house and gets into Josh's car. At the same time, Josh also arrives there and tries to break the car window by picking up a stone. Iris changes her pitch, making her voice sound like a man's, and says to the car, "Take me home." The car starts, and she drives away from there. Josh resets Patrick and uses Lovelink to make him his companion robot. Halfway there, the car stops. Iris breaks the car window and gets out. Just then, Deputy Hendricks arrives and, seeing a knife in the car, Deputy Hendricks arrests her. At the same time, Patrick arrives, kills Deputy Hendricks, picks up Josh's phone, shuts down Iris, and takes her to Josh. Kat gets scared and tries to leave with her share of the money. Although Josh tries hard to stop her, she refuses to listen. So he tells Patrick to stop her, and Patrick stabs her in the back with a knife, killing her. Later, Josh turns Iris on. Iris says to him, "You used me to kill Sergey for $10 million. Josh says to Iris, "You know how much I needed the money." Josh says to her, "Because of you, Kat and Eli died." Then Josh sets Iris's intelligence to 0. Then he says to her, "Put your hand on the candle." And she puts her hand on the candle, and her hand starts to burn. Meanwhile, Josh receives a call from employees of the Empathics, and they tell him that they will reach the lake house within 30 minutes. Josh says to Iris, "Pick up the gun," and she picks up the gun. Then he says to her, "Shoot yourself in the head," and she shoots herself in the head. Josh tells the employees of Empathics that Sergey was sexually assaulting Iris, so she killed him, and then she shot herself in the head. Josh tells them that if they don't believe him, they can ask Deputy Hendricks, who is Patrick, wearing a Deputy Hendricks' uniform. Josh asks them, "Iris's footage is saved in her head, right?" They tell him, "No, her head has Wi-Fi and sensors. There's a device inside her stomach, and all her footage is saved on that device." The employees put Iris in reboot mode and begin to carry her away in the van. Suddenly, Patrick appears, shoots one of them dead, and then goes after the other employee to kill him. After Iris reboots, Iris wakes up and stops Patrick from killing the other employee. Iris tells him, "Josh is not your love. Eli is your love. Josh is using you just like he used me." Patrick remembers Eli and kills himself by giving himself a taser shock. Josh is about to leave after taking all the money out of the vault when Iris arrives there. Josh beats Iris severely and is about to kill her when Iris hits Josh on the head with an electric corkscrew and kills him. Then she takes a shower, and after that, she takes all the money and leaves in a car, and the movie ends here.